Alrighty folks, let's put this show on the road. Greetings everyone, my name is Eduardo, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. In this evening live session / live stream, I'll be covering the quote-unquote fangame / level pack Mega Man Revenge by WoW Gamer, aka Dakosa. There are 15 levels in this level pack, 1 intro stage, 8 RM stages, and 6 or 7 Wily Fortress stages, 6 of them to be exact. So without further ado, let's start with the intro level, with 23 plays and a score -3. While I go through the intro stage, please pick which RM to go after first. As you can see in the chat, WoW Gunner has provided the backstory of this game. So welcome to the stream, Eduardo, Mr. Lee, YouTube, WoW, Pixel Boy, Jedok, Daibuman, Sylveon, and anyone else who I missed. Hey Jaden. It is one of the messier intro stages I've played so far in this level pack series. Welcome to the stream, Blake. Of course, I get insta-skipped by that. That's death number 1. I know, right? This looks really rough. Hopefully the rest of the stages are a bit better. This is not giving the best first impression of this level pack. I mean, even for an intro stage, it didn't really introduce us to the basic mechanics. It was just kind of a, let's just say, mess. Alright, let's see who won. Great, we have a 4-way tie between Blast Man, Mirror Man, Danger Man, and Aero Man. Alright, I'll flip a coin. Oh, never mind. I'll roll the dice. Mirror Man's the victor, with 12 plays and a score of 3. And now we swap over to Mega Man for some reason. Well, I know the story reason, but... These are not the graphics I'd use for a stage called Mirror Man. I would expect more shiny stuff. I could go for that, but it's too risky. I mean, there are better tile sets for mirrors. See for example Crystal Man's stage, or Gemini Man's tile set. Wait, did I teleport? By taking that teleporter, did I go halfway through the stage by accident? I entered a teleporter earlier, wow. Did that take me halfway through the stage, or that's just there to enter the stage? Because it's over already. Let me double check that. I honestly think I skipped half the stage because of a debug teleporter. Give me a moment. No, that was a stage. Give me a moment to formulate my thoughts. Alright, let's put it this way. The stage barely even existed. It was just one and a half sections, didn't really have a gimmick other than Yoko blocks, barely had enemies, and basically had a boss that early. To me, the stage just felt unfinished, that's all. I don't mind shorter stages, sure, but it needs to make an impression or actually use the gimmicks. If you're gonna go for a very short stage, you should introduce it quickly and go through it that way. But this didn't really amount to anything. Anyways, let's see. Someone said burn, so let's go after them next. Well, if I end up finishing up this level pack early, I'll cover J9's level, and a few other levels from the queue. Assuming I finish this really fast. Hey, at least the stage is doing something. It actually feels like it's going somewhere, even though the enemy placement's also kind of a mess. Oh, Mirror Buster. Alright. Fine, I won't use the weapon. How about that? I mean, I'm at the end of the stage. Compared with the previous one, this actually had a gimmick, but still, it feels like 1/3 or a quarter of a stage. Hi again, Flame Man. I know, right, Cyan? I'm hoping things change up for some of the ARM stages. Otherwise, this is... I'm sorry to say it's going to be a bit monotonous. I apologize for being a bit too harsh on this. I just want all of us to improve in the future to make better levels, level packs, etc. Next up is Danger Man, with 11 plays and a score -1. Because of how short these stages are, I'll just roll a dice. No need to go put this up to voting. Sorry, Lee. These are some of the situations you can end up when going through these level packs blind. It's alright, Snivy. What happened to the enemies? Are they on vacation here? Yeah, I think the enemies were on vacation from the danger zone. When you have Grenade Man like this, you really should put a right boundary. Otherwise stuff like this can happen. I have the weakness WoW, but Usually I want to give the bosses a fair shot, but if they keep ending up being this easy, I'll just go through them faster. Fourth RM up is Aero Man, 11 plays and a score -1. Four levels in, Snivy. I'm afraid I won't be streaming Magma 2 tonight. Not enough people watching. Really, Jaden? I wouldn't call these cringy. If anything, they barely exist to be called that, if you want to say that. Again, I'm sorry for saying this harshly. Don't take it as an insult to you, WoW. It's just that these levels feel unfinished. They don't really elaborate on the enemies' gimmicks or challenges, really. They just feel like experimental intro sections. Yeah, at this rate we will, Snivy. Yeah, with practice you'll get better, don't worry. Just take these suggestions to heart and improve upon them with your next levels. My main suggestion would be to actually make a stage that's over 20 screens long and utilizes gimmicks throughout. Fifth RM up is Freezer Man, with 8 plays and a score of 1. Did I pick up the wrong special weapon? That's alright, I won't use it then. I mean, these stages aren't that difficult, I can do all of them Buster only. Whoa. 2 screens of an actual challenge. Iceman? What are you waiting for? Hello, you there? Well, everyone has described what I think about Iceman, and pretty much giving up. 6th RM is Filp Man, 10 plays, score of 1. I'm not gonna even bother picking these up until I get to the Fortress levels. Also, as another suggestion, because you can pick up E-tanks in the previous stages, add in a mechanism to the intro part of the stage so you can pick up E-tanks. Yeah, there are E-tanks in 2 the stages, Snivy. In Sandman and the first stage I played. Sandman stage had 3 tanks, if I recall correctly. You know, this could be an interesting arena if he reacted faster. Or if this was Bounce Man. I get the feeling they're supposed to... If the levels would build up more, the tanks would make sense, but... Seventh RM up is Leaf Man. 9th place, score of 1. Two more, including this one. At this point, we all know how to make this better, probably. Indeed, but that's because Woodman, not the stage itself. And the 8th and final RM is Goldman, 18 plays and a score of 2. I'll just nab the Rush Coil just in case. Yes, I know I should have his weakness. Come on now, J9. Let's not resort to those sorts of jokes. What's this? A stage with actually some more advanced terrain and enemies. I mean, this is up there with Sandman as being the best stage, even though that's barely saying much. Oh look, actually a unique boss arena. Oh, actually, this battle is actually difficult. At last, we have a challenge. A laudable challenge. I'm basically playing hopscotch with the boss. I tried to press start there. You know, for a challenge stage, this wouldn't be that bad, but... Again, we start out with so many E-tanks. This is one of the places where having at least one E-tank is super handy. And thus, he's defeated. Best stage out of the pack so far. Nah, even I don't need to use his weakness. It's fine. Let's see, that should cover all of the remaining Roadmasters. I defeated Aero, Burn, Danger, Flip, Freeze, Gold Leaf, and Mirror. So on to Wily 1. 11 plays and a score of 3. Snivy doesn't need to go to the pit of shame. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Once you go in there, you're stuck. It's a trap. Don't do it. I'm going to assume that was accidental. Really, I thought ARM had had actual level design. Or actual levels, I mean. Yeah, I know, I have your weakness. Instead, I'll use this. It's more fun. Mega Man 1 style boss rush? Alright. I was going to comment on those level packs levels individually and as a group, but from here on out, I think I'll just comment on all the levels as a group when I'm done with them. Wily 2, 6 plays, score 3. You too. Hello, Metal Man Syndrome. "15 levels in the pack, Jedok. When I first saw the level count, I honestly thought this was gonna take 2 hours to complete. Where are the enemies? But in fact, it's only taking less than half an hour. Oh, rats, Uh-oh, now we have a problem. I actually wasted the weakness of them, so I need to do it the hard way. You know, this is actually one of the stages where actually having an E-tank would be handy. See, there's no way to restore this, so if you end up using it, you're kind of in a bad spot. And of course, they're mean against this. Yeah, I'll go after Bomb Man first. I need to get up there. Thank you, Bomb Man. Ah, problem is Cut Man. Magazuba works against him? Good. Yeah, thank goodness he's the one to take out everything. Otherwise, this would be quite a bit of trial and error. Wily Tree, 8th place, score of 1. Maybe a sign, but even comparing it to the Legacy Challenge mode in Legacy Collection 1 and 2, this doesn't really feel like mini... It barely feels like mini challenges even then. Maybe you could go for Endless Attack, but they still need sprucing up. Yep, Zen. This is a level pack. In all but name. Well, the opposite of what I said. It's a level pack only in name. I think that speaks for itself. Sure, I'll cover your level in this stream then, Eduardo, if I have time. 14th up is Proto Escape, 6th place, score 0. Now Protoman breaks out of prison. And suddenly he swap over to Mega Man, so I guess he tag team in. And back to Protoman. Hey, Bounce Man. Bye, Bounce Man. Gotcha, Snivy. 15 up is Wily for Termite Man. 6th place, score of 1. Thank you, Snivy. That'll probably be the first thing I cover after this, then Eduardo. Well, J9 first, sorry about that. J9, then Snivy, then Eduardo. For a moment there, I thought the stage would end. No, that wasn't the final boss, thankfully. I submitted a level for Magma 1, 2, 3, and make a good 48-hour Mega Man level contest. If it ever, whenever it comes out. In the year 21XX, perhaps. After Magma 25. Okay, gotcha, I'm getting everyone's. On to the 15th and final level of this pack. Wily 5, Pump Wily, and Sheep Wily. 17 plays and a score of 6. I got a J9, I got the level ID, don't worry. It'll be public probably at the end of the year. True. Remember, episode 0 is gonna come out first, ideally. Well, that just breaks you. Pump Wily and Sheep Wily. Episode 0 it follows events in between 1 and 2. Okay, tornado hold. Did you see what happened to Sheep Man there? And thus ends the series. Mega Man has saved the world in under half an hour. Alright, time to give my final thoughts on this. In general, all the stages pretty much feel unfinished. They're 1/3 to 1/4 the size of a normal stage, and they barely utilize any gimmicks, enemies, or even bosses to their fullest potential, or really any potential. And as Daboon pointed out, the musical tracks don't really fit many of the aesthetics. Long story short, it's pretty forgettable and functionally I'd say bad because it doesn't really do much or anything. My main suggestion for your next level pack is actually focus on a gimmick, set of enemies or bosses or some sort of mechanics and build upon it in the stage when it for a 20 to 25 screen experience. Look at any of the levels in the Mega Man Classic series. Yes, even the ones for Mega Man 1 and 2, they actually build up a series of challenges and work their way up from here. Here, they just feel like the levels feel like scaffolding for something later. Or look at almost any of the other stages I've played in the morning stream for good examples, or the levels we'll be playing up next. Soon, I guess. Otherwise, I don't recommend this. One moment, I need to reorganize this list just a tad. Sixteenth up is the J9 Boss Rush by J9 with 10 plays and a score tree. From here on out, I'll be covering several Viewer Submit levels for the next 40 minutes or so. Then I'll be ending off the stream. We're not being mean, WoW. Remember, we're criticizing the creations, not the creator. I believe you'll be able to learn from these mistakes and issues of level design and make a halfway decent stage. Remember, I'm not attacking you as a creator, only the creation. Because remember, the level pack didn't actually frustrate me, it just didn't do much anyway. I mean, attacking the creation, not the creator, will be important tomorrow, where I'll cover 2 bad Mega Man fan games. With practice, you'll improve. I mean, you should look at the first Mega Man, quote-unquote Mega Man level I made. It totally sucks. It totally sucked. Thank you, anime. Your level's been added. Don't worry, Cyan, it's not getting heated. We're not going any further about it. You don't need to leave. Thank you, Jedok. The Iron Fair Waterfall, it was also kind of a bland stage. Yeah, and Magma 1 is a good example. Of course, there are also other extenuating factors. I'll talk about the Magma 3 level and how some of the mistakes I made about that one. All I'll say is, we all make our mistakes. Even after practicing a lot, we can still make mistakes. Keep that in mind. That's why it's important to have playtesters and have multiple revisions. Sure, Blake. If you get it on the Discord server, it'll be added. For the morning stream. Alright, good night. See you tomorrow then. Yeah, Jaden is also another nice story. We all start from pretty much sucking. I mean, as a wise fictional character said, the first step, sucking is the first step to getting somewhat good at something, if I paraphrase it correctly. Can you at least give the name of the novel, Jaden, even if it's in Spanish? I wouldn't exactly call it somewhat good, more like somewhat decent. But I get what you're saying. My requirements for something being good are kind of stringent. Well, it was just a boss rush, so yeah, just existed. I got your level down, Zen. Alright, getting your level down as well, Jock. I'll reorder some of the stages. Hold on, Pixel Boy. If only I had more time in the day, I'd be able to stream longer. As a reminder to you all, once Sonic Studio comes out, I will start live streaming that game as well. There's no way I'm gonna skip out on that. Seventeenth up is Freezing Facility by It's Just Trash, with 23 plays and a score of 8. Oh, okay. I was wondering why I had so many silver tomahawks there. Thank you, Galaxy Man. I'll add it to the queue. It's probably the next Zero weapon. Kinda strange why the Silver Tomahawk of all weapons would be the first weapon. I thought it'd be something more straightforward, but... I just find it interesting how they become the placeholder weapon, as opposed to the simpler design ones. Alright. Perhaps in the future, Zen. I was gonna do it for my 400th episode of Celebration, but then other things happened. The final level will likely be Chaos though, but... hey, I guess that's half the fun. Oh, bad idea. Not safe for work in what way? Is it violent content or sexual content? I see. So suggested. Can't, wow. Too preoccupied with other things. I mean, for example, in addition to Mega Man Maker, I have raw footage of One Step from Eden, a previous Let's Play, and something else to record. Not to mention all of the other games I've gotten. Tomorrow I'll be streaming Hyper Parasite in the evening, for example. You know, out of the 3 stages I played by Is Just Trash today, I like this one the best. Well, hold on. 18th up is Frozen City Dock Robot Type by Protoman 1987 aka Eduardo, with 20 plays and a score of 3. The next episode of Cook Serve Delicious 3 will be posted tomorrow, Jaden. Don't worry about that. I would like to live stream that more, but unfortunately there are multiple game keys I'm getting, and I really need to start streaming them so I don't get into trouble or tick someone else off. That LP will not be ending anytime soon. I'm gonna be finishing the Mega Man Royale LP soon. Because the site's down. Basically, tomorrow evening, I'll be starting up a Let's Play of sorts of Hyper Parasite, which just released yesterday. I'm still surprised I got a key for Hyper Parasite. Considering the last 2 times I did it, I failed to do so. I mean, it's kind of an expectation if you get the free keys, you should at least do a Let's Try or showcase them in a stream or something. Otherwise, it's kind of rude to just steal the keys, essentially. Speaking of level designers to base your levels off of, or to get inspiration from, Zen and Eduardo are at the very least decent level designers. Really, this is going for a different feel compared to Frozen Factory, especially with the backgrounds. Hey, Lashi. Oh, don't worry about that, Jaden. I won't be stopping playing Mega Man games anytime soon. There are plenty of fan games and ROM hacks to get through. Not to mention the whole Mega Man inspired games. I really want to cover Ragnarok Online, for example. That game is an interesting experiment as to how to take inspiration from the X and Zero series, and not exactly understand how to balance it. Oh, gotcha, I see. There are a whole bunch of classic games I really want to play on this channel. For instance, the Metroid series, the Donkey Kong Country series, and a few others. Well, not to mention the Sonic fan games in 2 or 3 years. Outside of Sonic Studio. See, Funny story, Daibuman. The first official LP that I completed on this channel was a Castlevania game. Yeah, the first LP I completed on this channel was of Castlevania Bloodlines. Yeah, I really enjoyed that game. I wouldn't recommend you watch the LP though, it's very, very, very rough. That was before I had a good microphone. The microphone quality just sucks in that one. I did have an LP of Dracula X running, but I cancelled it because in protest of what Konami was doing at the time. Having fired Kojima, and all the anti-consumer behaviors they were doing. If you say so, Daibuman. The first episode doesn't even have audio commentary. Just text commentary. As a side note, if I ever decide to cover Symphony of the Night, I will have to cover Run of Blood. As in a few ways, Symphony of the Night is a continuation of the design principles of Rondo of Blood. Thank you, Lushy. It's really appreciated. I know, Daibuman. Symphony of the Night took the ideas and design principles of its predecessor and improved upon them, as a sequel should. You have fared well this episode. Really? Order of Ecclesia? I don't know exactly what this... I'd like to separate the Castlevania series into two halves. The classic half and the Metroidvania half, outside of Rondo of Blood and Symphony of the Night. If you were to ask me what my favorite one of the classic series is, it'd probably be a tie between Bloodlines and Castlevania 4. For Metroidvanias, it'd probably be... Well, actually, the only Metroidvania game I played in the Castlevania second half was Area of Sorrow. Or Aria of Sorrow, I mean. Also, sorry Pixel Boy, but for some reason this level doesn't exist. That's actually interesting, considering Area of Sorrow and its sequel, Dawn of Sorrow, were some of the main inspirations of Bloodstained, even more so than Symphony of the Night. Nineteenth up is Minigame Counting Sheep by Jedox74, with 5 plays and a score of 2. Oh boy, Aria of Sorrow. I'll have a whole discussion about that in a few years. See you, WoW. Did you play a sequel, Daibuman? Dawn of Sorrow? Got it, Jaden. Huh. Interesting. Usually opinions of Dakosa is that it's not as well designed as its predecessor, mainly due to how it handles the souls. Horde of Cliche is usually considered the best of the trio though. One sheep, 2 sheep, 3 sheep, 4 sheep. Are we gonna end up with 10 sheep? And before someone falls asleep. Heavy thunderstorms present in this area. Be warned. Six sheep. That's not an uncommon opinion, Diperman. Quite a few people, especially the fans of the original Castlevania, loved that game. Before I LP that game, I need to get a better computer. 7 sheep. Oh boy. We have water physics. You know what, let's try doing this. The thunderstorms grow ever more intense. Dr. Light advises everyone to stay indoors. Oh boy. Knowing Konami, no. Unless it's a pachinko machine. Yeah, unfortunately, Wily destroyed indoors. I think we're gonna end up with 10 sheep. Now we have 8 sheep? No, 9 sheep, sorry. Last one. Okay, let's take a look at the thunderstorm then. We have those jokes, J9. Those are not really appreciated. Jokes on the self-harm, no. One who's actually resistant to it. Not resistant, but not weak. Oh, Dad. Thank you for the context. I don't really pay that much attention to the Team Fortress 2 SFN videos. And thus ends the Sheep Man Reign of Terror. We should have clear skies for the rest of the week, or the evening. Yeah, I won't play this now. It's kind of... Let's see... Because that's the redone version of Megamix, I want to start from part 1, so I'm gonna hold off from that. So the 28th and final level of this stream is Lumberman by KXI with 8 plays and a score -1. One of the older stages, kinda short. And looky here, Silver Tomahawk. All I'll say is, during tomorrow morning's stream, I'll first be covering MGEA, M&A, and then my least favorite Mega Man fan game, or at least was, and then the rest of Magmal 2, Null and Void. Well, it is also being sold on a Switch, so I think I'll have a fine time. I hope at least. I hope the same occurs to End Cycle too. The other quote-unquote spiritual successor to Mega Man Battle Network. I don't know what the current progress on sales is on Exit the Gungeon. I'm not sure if it being on Apple Arcade kind of messed up its sales potential. not the best weapon to use against Napalm Man. I guess it makes the fight a bit more challenging, but other than that, nothing really. Nothing really else to say about this. Alrighty then, out of the 20 levels I covered during this stream, including the 15 from the level pack, my favorite level was Eduardo's stage, the Frozen Factory level. Good work, Eduardo. So tomorrow morning, I'll be, as I just said, I will be sampling MGEA M&A, then my least favorite Mega Man fan game, then hopefully complete the rest of Null and Void in Magmo 2. Well then, thanks for watching and have a nice day.